I was down in our basement, which is underneath our bed, and I noticed that the bed seemed to be, the bed frame seemed to be sagging. So I'll have to take the bed apart to figure out what's going on there, because that part of the bed slides on top of our bedroom slide when we bring it in, and I don't want it to get hung up. So I'll take the bed apart and see what's going on. It's one of these things that I don't like to let go for too long before addressing, because little problems can turn into big problems.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. I'm just gonna drive.
As you can see by this shot, at the foot of the bed, it's supported by a hinge and nothing else. So it's just got a long gap here that doesn't have a whole lot of support. And over time, this is weakened and is falling apart. So this is the foot of the bed. This part of the bed slides over the top of the slide when it's coming in. Instead of being a solid piece of plywood, so it has a frame that's sandwiched between two pieces of veneer. And as you can see, they probably used glue, not very good glue, to hold it together. And what's happening is, at these joints right there, those joints are failing, so they're giving way because the glue isn't holding anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-glue all of this with liquid nails, and in the top portion of this, at least, I'm going to use screws. They didn't put any screws in it at all, so I'm going to put screws in the top. The bottom, I'm probably not going to put any in the bottom. I'm going to try it the way it is, but I'm hoping that by re-gluing it with liquid nails, the bottom part will hold enough without having to have any screws in there. The reason why you don't want any screws in there is, well, when it slides on top of the slide as it comes in, you don't want anything that could potentially snag the slide as it comes in. So I'm going to try it without any screws holding this. Hopefully the liquid nails will be enough to hold it secure, and the screws from the top will pull all of this back straight. I'm also going to put some aluminum tubing along these two edges to try to force this back into shape so that it doesn't sag anymore. It'll be on the top only, so the only thing that's going to be resting on it is the mattress, and that shouldn't do any harm. But I'm hoping that this will solve this problem. So you can see how it's flexing now. So we'll try to eliminate that. The other alternative is to make this whole thing out of a solid piece of 1 inch or 3/4 inch plywood, but that'd be quite heavy. This is fairly lightweight because there's no material there really, just a couple of framing members of light pine. So this is the tubing I'm using. It's just a 3/4 inch aluminum tube, square tube. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle one end just to take the edge off. So I just cut it with a hacksaw, and I've measured out where I'm going to put the screws. I'll use 1.25 inch screws that'll go through this and into the framing member of the bed. I have to work with the tools that I have, so unfortunately this is going to take a little bit of time, but it'll work. I'll just countersink the holes so that the screws will sit a little flush anyways. Now it's time to start applying glue. I tried to remove the veneer from both sides, but as I did so, the glue in some portions of it were holding on pretty tight and the veneer was delaminating when I tried to remove it. I decided to leave it the way it was and just use the liquid nails wherever I could reach. The veneer really adds to the strength of the whole system, so once it's glued in place, the frame should straighten out and be more secure than it was.
Don't throw it on that.
I'm sorry. Once the brace was installed, you can see where it's really straightened out that corner. The framing came back into square, and I think it's going to make a huge improvement in the stability of this portion of the frame. And in this quarter, you can see where the glue and the screws really pulls the frame back into alignment. Now all you have to do is install the brace on the other edge and glue up the other side of the veneer. And that's it. All we had to do is reattach the frame to the hinge. With those new braces on there, it's a lot more sturdy. I hope you found this video useful. It was not a terribly difficult project to do, but I think it made a huge difference, and it'll make the bed a lot more sturdy going forward. I'll probably do a follow-up video at some point and show how it's holding up, but if it doesn't hold up, I've already got some ideas about what I would do differently to make it a better system. So if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.
I'm just gonna drive, drive, drive.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up.